On News 15 today, we're on Crime Watch in Acadiana as Morgan City police search for two men in one case, and in another, a family member speaks out against teen violence.
And it is a cold start to our morning, but warmer temperatures and rain chances are in the forecast. Details just ahead.
And LCG approves millions of dollars for Lafayette. More on how this plan could benefit you.
Plus, a new legislation is in the works for the state that would require Louisiana children to attend kindergarten. That breakdown and so much more coming up on News 15 today.
From Fox 15 and KLAF NBC, News 15 today starts now.
Didn't know it wasn't required.
I didn't either.
Good morning. You're watching News 15 today. I'm Carter Simino.
And I am Alex Forstel. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Well, we start off in Tangipahoa Parish, where a man is behind bars after he allegedly confessed to killing a couple that vanished on Valentine's Day.
That's right. 54-year-old Iva and 55-year-old Lewis Peyton Travis were reported missing to the Tangipahoa Parish Sheriff's Office last week. Now, reports say the couple hadn't been seen since Valentine's Day. Through investigation, authorities made contact with 34-year-old Kevin Buckley, who says he has lived with the couple and worked with Peyton for years. He then confessed to murdering them and led police to the victims' bodies. Buckley is charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder. An official cause of death remains unknown at this time, but police believe an argument led to the killings. Well, let's get a check of the weather this morning as we check in with Storm Track 15 meteorologist Adam Olivier.
Adam, another chilly start to our day, but it might be the last day that we're kind of seeing this chilly start.
Yeah, we are going to start to see some of those changes in the forecast. Right now, we are looking at some chilly air out there. 30s north of I-10, 40s south of the interstate. Jennings, you were at 50 degrees, have dropped down to 49, and that's because our winds are starting to change around out of the south, but they haven't reached places off to the north and east quite yet. So as you head out the door to the bus stop, kiddos are going to need a light jacket out there. We are going to see some sunshine to begin the day, but by the time we end the day, it's going to be more clouds than sun. Those temperatures in the 70s. We'll talk more details on this warm weather and rain chances in your forecast coming up in just a bit.
Sounds great. Thank you, Adam. We'll check back shortly.
Well, an important update for parents and kids attending Grand Coteau Elementary School and the Head Start. The schools are closed again today for in-person learning. This comes as a result of a ruptured main water line repairs. The schools are providing virtual instruction for students. Parents are encouraged to have their child logged on through Google Classroom at 8 a.m. Lafayette Consolidated Government has approved the allocation of just over $7 million in federal funds. The funds are to help parish residents facing eviction due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Now, though the plan is approved, there will still be a process before the money is sent out. Catholic Charities and the community action agency SMILE are expected to each distribute about half of the funds available.
We are going to do everything we can to get the money out as soon as possible, but within the guidelines that are set by the federal government and the entities that are involved. So there are some rules and guidelines that we have to follow, and we plan to do that. And the sooner we can get that done, the sooner we'll get those funds allocated.
Officials with Lafayette Consolidated Government say they'll need additional staff to handle the big distribution of funds. With no other alternative and are considering abandoning your baby, and a safe haven law provides a safe place for your child. News 15's Courtney Williams has the story this morning.
The safe haven law was created for mothers who are unable to care for their baby or believe the baby's well-being is in danger. Newborns up to 60 days old can be taken to an emergency designated facility with no legal action. One of those facilities is the fire department. I spoke with Public Information Officer Alton Trahan, and he says the law provides safety for the parent and the infant.
So it offers that parent who wants to abandon their child, an opportunity to bring it to a safe place. They can remain anonymous. However, if they would like to leave some information on the newborn, they can definitely do so. According to Louisiana Right to Life, roughly 8,000 abortions were provided in Louisiana, though not all abortions that occurred in Louisiana were provided to state residents. There are currently 39 safe haven locations in Lafayette. A few of them are Lafayette Fire Department, Compass Behavioral Center, Lafayette General Hospital, and SWLA, Center for Health Services.
Trahan says as long as the parent leaves their baby with an employee and the baby shows no signs of neglect, the parent can walk away with no legal action.
But if there's some neglect to the newborn, obviously that would be some type of criminal act. However, the safe haven is really just give the opportunity for that parent or that mother who may be overwhelmed, who may be dealing with some situations, and it says we don't want you to harm the infant. We want you to actually bring it to a safe haven location, like a fire station.
In Lafayette, Courtney Williams, News 15.
You can visit dcfs.louisiana.gov.
A recent shooting involving several juveniles this past weekend has one woman calling on law enforcement to do a better job. Veerley Freeman is the cousin of one of the two teens who were shot Saturday night while traveling on Highway 35 near Church Point. After losing another family member to gun violence last year, Freeman says police officers need to step up.
We are a small community. I do get that. I get that they can't be everywhere all the time. But I feel as though that sometimes they're dragging their feet when it comes to investigations or solving these crimes.
Well, the juveniles were shot at by a passing car around midnight, sending two of the teens to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. If you have any information regarding this crime, you are urged to call Crime Stoppers at 789-TIPS.
And in Acadiana, the Morgan City Police Department's Criminal Investigations Division is looking for two suspects. The two people on your screen, 33-year-old Wayne Escort and 27-year-old DeQuante Wesley, are wanted in connection with an aggravated burglary. There are currently active warrants for the two men. Anyone with info on their whereabouts is asked to call the Morgan City Police Department at the number listed on your screen. Do not try to approach the suspects as they could be armed.
Rayne police are investigating multiple shootings that happened last Friday. Officers responded to 4 calls of shots fired in Rayne with 1 injury. Investigators in Acadia Parish believe crimes were committed by 2 local groups who are also suspects in other shootings. The violence is believed to be connected to a 2019 homicide case. Anyone with information is asked to call Crime Stoppers of Acadia Parish.
A heads up for drivers in Lafayette. The Lafayette Police Department will begin conducting a traffic safety campaign on March 1st through the 14th. The campaign will focus on detecting traffic violations in several target areas in the city. The department says this is their effort to make the roads safer and minimize accidents.
And the Police Association of Lafayette is hosting a canine casualty care course this morning at the Johnson Street Bingo Hall. This training is to inform canine handlers how to treat the dogs for medical emergencies, as well as train non-canine handlers on how to handle the dog in case the handler gets hurt. Well, many restaurants and retail outlets have closed due to the pandemic. More specifically, the arts community has taken a huge hit.
That's right. C-State Days Arts is in a fundraising battle for its life. They need to raise $40,000 to keep the doors open.
Yes, Al Abear has spent a lot of time with the nonprofit, but we're going to send it out to him this morning.
I think he's talking about Irish dancing.
Ooh.
Al, what can you tell us about it? We have some Michael Flatley fans over there.
Hey, I got to tell you, I love Irish dancing. I don't do a lot of Irish dancing because I don't have the right shoes. I'm here with Kelly Caffrey, who is not only an Irish dancer, but you're related to Ambassador Caffrey, right?
Yes, I am. Very distantly, though.
Okay, we're going to talk about some of the flooding on Ambassador Caffrey after this. So, Kelly is both an instructor and dancer, and kind of tell us about how important Cité des Arts is for you and your organization.
Well, we've been coming to Cité from the very beginning, and I mean it's like home now for all the Irish dancers in Lafayette. It's a place we come, we have community, we dance, and it's important to us that this place is always here for us so that we can always come back and we can dance our little hearts out.
And it's a great location for young people. You have young students, correct?
Yes, we do. We have a lot of young students in and around Lafayette, and this is it's a center of Lafayette, so it's easy for them to come, and it's just more convenient.
And do you do your shows here as well?
Not really. We just practice. We do shows all around Lafayette, but again, it's the center of Lafayette, so we can practice here, and then we can go to our show somewhere within the city.
So if the doors close, that would be a really bad thing for the Irish dancers.
Oh yeah. We would have to go find somewhere else, and there's just this is the best place to have that.
So look, I know it's a tough time right now. Let's try to keep these doors open. It's such an important space for arts. So look, before we go, I'm going to let Kelly Caffrey dance us out of this thing.
Oh, she's good, but I'm disappointed that Al wasn't doing the dancing.
Yeah, I told Carter I've always wanted to be an Irish dancer.
Well, thank
Anywho.
you. If you're interested in donating to save this nonprofit, which has been so good to us at News 15 today, you can visit our website, klaf.com, for that information.
Well, coming up, we are talking about our early morning forecast in the 40s out there right now, but by this afternoon, warmer temperatures are on the way. Those details just ahead.
Plus, Baton Rouge police continue to investigate the arrest of a 13-year-old boy. Why they're calling the incident concerning, coming up.
Well, we're bringing you the latest out of Washington next. President Biden expected to sign yet another relief bill. Plus, hearings continue surrounding the January 6th insurrection.
And to catch up on continued coverage of the latest news around Acadiana and the state, visit our website, klaf.com. Stay with us. We have a lot more coming up on News 15 today. Welcome back to News 15 today. President Biden is shifting focus today to manufacturing, trying to prevent a major supply chain problem in the middle of a pandemic.
Tracy Potts reports on President Biden's executive order plans, plus more hearings today on last month's Capitol attack.
And what happens if you can't get the second COVID shot? Will one dose provide enough protection from the virus?
A demand for cell phones and computers during the pandemic has led to manufacturing shortages. President Biden meets with lawmakers on that today. He's set to issue an executive order reviewing the U.S. supply chain after telling essential workers.
You all are you're basically holding the country together.
Also today, an update from the COVID response team. Vaccine shipments are up 70% since inauguration. 20 million Americans are now fully vaccinated. But with demand outpacing supply, there's concern about what happens for those who cannot get the second shot on time.
We don't know what happens if you only have one dose and you wait 5 or 6 weeks. We just don't simply have those data.
A third vaccine could be available within days. On Capitol Hill, lawmakers are planning an initial COVID relief vote on Friday.
We are on track to get this bill done.
They're going to try to muscle this through on a totally partisan basis.
More riot hearings are happening today, focusing on employee wellness, building damage, and domestic extremists. Officials admitted Tuesday they declined help 2 days before the attack.
We all agreed that the intelligence did not support the troops and collectively decided to let it go.
Law enforcement officials say an intelligence warning the day before never made it to their desks. The FBI and Pentagon are scheduled to testify next week. Tracy Potts, NBC News.
Well, we are now learning how Tiger Woods is doing after yesterday's rollover crash.
A statement posted to Woods' Twitter account reads that the golfer is, quote, awake, responsive, and recovering in his hospital room. The statement goes on to add that Woods suffered significant injuries to his lower right leg, including open fractures.
The statement says Woods also received treatment to injuries suffered to his foot and ankle. He underwent emergency surgery at Harbor UCLA Medical Center.
Tuesday's single vehicle crash happened in Rancho Palos Verdes, California. Deputies say the golfer hit the center median, crossed over into the oncoming lane of traffic, hit a tree, and overturned several times. Well, still to come on News 15 today, we're revealing a solution that could make you or your loved ones feel a little less lonely and isolated.
And incarceration may be linked to increased mortality rates in the U.S. We're breaking down this study in just a bit.
But first, we're checking in with Adam. We may be dry right now, but rain chances are returning. Storm Track 15 meteorologist Adam Olivier tracking showers in your forecast coming up next, 6:17 on your Wednesday morning.
Always tracking, always alerting. Here's your Storm Track 15 weather.
Welcome back. 6:19. A chilly, dry start to the day, but this will be the last morning like this for a while.
Yeah, Storm Track 15 meteorologist Adam Olivier joins us now. And Adam, warmer mornings are headed our way.
Yeah, that's right, Alex and Carter. We are going to be tracking some warmer weather as we head into the coming days, which means gone are the days of the 30s and 40s. We're going to be looking at 50s and 60s to start off our mornings, and that could even lead to some fog concerns out there, but not today. There's a little patchy fog outside, but clouds are actually returning to the forecast today. That eventually leads to some more rain chances in the forecast, and then by the weekend, we are looking at some really, really warm temperatures out there. Well, right now, we're seeing some improving conditions in some spots. The 30s, they are getting fewer and fewer on our map. Only one location now in the 30s. 37 in Ville Platte compared to 41 in Opelousas, 45 in Lafayette, 43 in Abbeville, 43 in New Iberia, and 49 in Jennings. And you may be saying, why are we seeing these temperatures kind of increasing now? Why are they warming and we're at night? Usually at this point in time, we're getting to our coldest temperatures. Well, it's because of this. Our winds have turned around out of the south. Now, they're still kind of light back off to our east where high pressure still kind of controls the weather. But back off to the west where we're getting that surge of warmer air here, building into Texas, all this warmer air coming off the Gulf of Mexico, which is just moisture rich and will lead to those warmer temperatures. So that's why we're going to see our temperatures kind of increasing from here on out rather than continuing to fall. Also increasing are clouds. By 11 o'clock, our futurecast says there's not going to be much sunshine out there. I think we'll still see some sunny breaks as we go into the afternoon hours, but by 3 o'clock, we're not really tracking much. A few light showers starting to show up on radar the later in the nighttime we go. I think this is a little overdone for today, but we'll watch overnight as a cold front sinks to the south. Now, this front is going to play some tricks on us tomorrow. If you're north of I-10, that front passes you, which means you get in the cooler side of things. You can see that here by 8 a.m., passing through Ville Platte and Opelousas with a few showers. It lines up along I-10 tomorrow, which means points south are still going to be in the southerly winds and that warm airflow. Your temperatures are going to be in the 70s. So this 72 tomorrow is kind of splitting the difference between those warmer temperatures down south, cooler temperatures up north. It actually could turn into kind of a chilly day for your Thursday if you are north of the interstate. But this weekend, no such thing as chilly air. We're near 80 degrees both Saturday and Sunday.
That is just so crazy, but I'm actually really excited. It has me even more excited for the weekend.
Absolutely.
It's going to be great.
Thank you very much, Adam. We'll check back very soon. Well, the video release of a Baton Rouge officer arresting a teen has led to an investigation along with the mayor speaking out. More on that.
Plus, slow textures rejoice. Microsoft has developed a new software that'll reduce your typos. Those details for you coming up next.
Welcome back to News 15 today. Microsoft says its text predictions will help users write in a more efficient fashion by predicting the following words in a sentence.
I love this so much. Officials say this will reduce typos and grammatical errors in Word and in Outlook. The feature also has the ability to offer recommendations based on a person's writing style.
The way it works, you start typing and appropriate words start to appear. If different words are wanted, the prediction can be rejected by hitting the escape key.
Microsoft users are welcome to offer feedback on this feature. Interesting.
Well, Instacart is expanding its business, Alex.
Yes, it is.
The delivery service has announced a partnership with Walgreens for same-day delivery of over-the-counter medications, beauty items, and other drugstore purchases.
Yes, Instacart says it will be offered at nearly 8,000 Walgreens stores in the weeks to come. The delivery app mainly uses independent contractors who shop for the items and then deliver them.
Instacart has been expanding its portfolio recently and now partners with Best Buy, Dick's Sporting Goods, Sephora, and Staples.
In August, Instacart partnered with Walmart to deliver groceries, home decor, and electronics. Well, grab some guacamole. Do you like guacamole?
I do.
Okay, good. Or maybe even some salsa, because today is National Tortilla Chip Day.
I judge Mexican restaurants solely off of their salsa.
Okay. Oh, yeah. And yes.
Millions of people around the country love tortilla chips, so it's a great excuse to open up a bag. Tortilla chips are usually made from corn tortillas, cut into wedges, and then fried.
They were originally known in Mexico as tostados, but were first mass-produced in Los Angeles in the 1940s.
Of course, you can also use tortilla chips to make nachos, usually served with melted cheese and other toppings like meat, salsa, and olives.
Yeah, you can check out hashtag National Tortilla Chip Day on social media to celebrate. I'll definitely take part in this. That's like one of my favorite snacks, if you will. I can make it a meal.
Same here, Alex. Well, a driver plows into an Alexandria post office, leaving a really big hole near the entrance. We've got that evidence for you.
Also, as vaccines roll out, health experts say you may be closer than you think to being able to embrace your loved ones.
And radar remains quiet this morning, but we're going to see some rain chances returning to the forecast and also possibly a warm weekend. We'll let you know more on that coming up.
When you're on the go, so are we. Download the News 15 mobile app and get the latest news, weather, and sports. The News 15 mobile app. Download now.
From KLAF NBC, this is a News 15 Today update.
Good morning. I'm Alex Worstel with your News 15 Today update. An important update this morning for parents with kids attending Grand Coteau Elementary School and the Head Start program. The schools are closed again today for in-person learning. This comes as a result of ruptured main water line repairs. Parents are encouraged to have their children logged on through the Google Classroom at 8 a.m. Also, the Lafayette Police Department will begin conducting a traffic safety campaign on March 1st through the 14th. The campaign will focus on detecting traffic violations in several target areas of the city. The department says this is their effort to make the roads safer and minimize accidents. For the very latest, our coverage continues at noon and anytime online, KADN.com. Have a great day, Katie Anna.